everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about some different teas that I have been trying recently. If you're new to my channel, right now I am trying to kind of go through my entire tea stash and try all of them and retaste some of the ones that maybe I haven't tasted in a while. And my end goal is to go through all of my teas this year and decide whether they are teas that I would want to repurchase. And if they are, these shelves behind me, I want them to have like a permanent spot on those shelves. It's not done yet. Obviously, I still have teas to go through, but I want it to, I want the teas that I love to have a permanent spot on the shelf. And the ones that don't make the cut, I'm actually putting onto a smaller shelf that I have over here. And that's going to be my sip down shelf. And the teas that are on my sip down shelf aren't necessarily teas that I don't like. Sometimes they are teas that are no longer available. And other times they are teas that, I may enjoy, but I'm fine with just having tried it the one time and I have no plans to repurchase. Or sometimes they are teas that I just don't enjoy. So that's kind of what I've been doing recently. So the teas that I'm going to talk about today are teas that I am making decisions on. So let's go ahead and jump in first with these two Tivanas. So I have the citrus lavender and the mandarin mimosa. So let's start with the citrus lavender. This is one of those teas, it's definitely drinkable, but it was definitely not my cup of tea. I enjoy lavender to a certain extent in some teas. Like there's one by, who does it? Tiesta tea, I believe. It's a lavender chamomile tea. That one I actually really, really enjoy. But for some reason, when lavender is mixed with like a fruit, I'm finding that I really don't like that. Obviously, that's my personal taste, which by the way, these are definitely my reviews. We all have different palates. We all have different taste buds. So, the best way to find out if you're going to like a tea or not is to taste it yourself. But, this is just from my palate. This is how I feel. So this is one that it's drinkable. I can definitely, get through it. I think this one, because I did try it hot and iced and I just wasn't a fan of either, but this one might be something that I could get down better if I have like a cold or something, because I think the lavender might be a little bit soothing and the citrus might be kind of refreshing, when you have like a cold and you're stuffy. So that might actually be when I drink this is, come like autumn, winter, when stuff like that starts happening. I can definitely get through it, but it's definitely going on the sip down shelf. Definitely not something that I want in my stash. And then this next one is the mandarin mimosa. Now this one I did enjoy. It's good. I enjoyed this one definitely more iced. Hot, it was a little bit too tart for me. But iced, it was actually really good. But here's my dilemma. You get 12 tea bags in here. They're the sachets. And like I said, I like this iced. So I end up using 2 to 3 tea bags for one, glass of tea. And these are kind of pricey for a grocery store tea, in my opinion. So I feel like there are other teas, even loose leaf teas from like higher end companies, and it ends up being much cheaper per cup and it tastes just like this. So I feel like this doesn't really stand out to me as being a very unique tea. It's kind of, every tea company has something similar to this, and I'm not big on the price on this. So this is going to go onto the sip down shelf also. Next up we have, this is the Simpson Unveil National Park tea collection, and this is the Great Smoky Mountains. And the ingredients in this are black tea, lapsang souchong tea, blackberries, blackberry leaf, marigold petals, and blackberry flavor. Oh my gosh, this tea is everything, you guys. It is so good. So you have that smokiness in it from the lapsang souchong, and then you have that burst of fruity berryness. It is so good. It's so balanced, and the black tea base too is just really nice and robust. So this is definitely a good one. I enjoyed this one. This is one I'm not huge on drinking smoky teas iced, because for me, when I drink a smoky tea iced, it just tastes like it like makes me think of like a wet campfire or something. I don't know. It's not my thing, but hot, I absolutely love them. And this, I just feel like if you were having a bonfire and you were drinking this or something in, come autumn, it would make a whole like moment. It would just be so amazing. So this is definitely one that I want to get more of, get the full size like tin, and it will definitely be going on the shelf. Next we have, this is the pear raspberry green tea from Dominion Tea. This is another one that was so good. It's a green tea base, and then yeah, it's got that pear and raspberry flavor. And it's funny when you're actually drinking it, because I had this one hot and iced also. When you're actually drinking it, it's like a beautiful bright green tea with raspberry flavor, and you can pick up like hints of the pear, but you're kind of like not sure what it is. And then the aftertaste is when you really taste the pear. And it is so good. It's so light and crisp. Oh my gosh, it even smells amazing. So this is definitely one that I want to get more of. So that is a definite keep. Next one is this Pink Stork Sleep Coconut Lavender Tea. I wanted to love this tea, you guys. I really did, because honestly, the company, it sounds amazing. So I really, really wanted to love this. But unfortunately, I just don't. It's got, where's the ingredients? It's got coconut in it, obviously. And then it's got lavender, but it also has like spearmint. I don't know. Something just seemed off to me. It was like it had a somewhat decent flavor, but then the aftertaste was off, and the smell of it, the smell is just off to me. Not like, I'm not saying like it's off as in like it could have gone bad. It's just, there's just something in there that I'm kind of like, I don't care for it, the blend. So again, this is one that I can definitely, drink down, but it's not something that I would repurchase. Next is Mango Breeze by Dominion Tea. Now, this is funny to me because I have said so many times in the past that I am not a huge mango tea person. I would much rather have peach. This mango black, however, is incredible. It is so, so good. I, again, had this iced. I had it hot. Both ways, I just felt like the mango is so, it's so true. Maybe that's why I don't like a lot of mango teas, is because the mango is very artificial, whereas this mango tastes like you literally have chunks of mango. It's so good. And it even smells like real. You know how mangoes have almost like a little hint of like a pine smell? You guys know what I'm talking about? You can pick that up. That's what I'm saying. This tastes like true mango. So this tea is actually really, really good. Here's the dilemma with this one. Because I'm not a huge mango tea person, and because I generally lean towards peach, I'm debating on this one, because I'm kind of like, do I want to open up the whole world of mango teas, or do I want to just stick with my peaches and stuff? So this one, I think for right now, is going to go on my permanent shelf because it's just so good. I may eventually eliminate this one. We'll see. The more I drink this, because obviously this is a sample size and I literally only had 2 cups, so there's still, quite a bit in here. By the time I finish this, I should be able to make a clear decision as to whether I am truly going to purchase more and keep it on my shelf, or whether, this is one of those things that it was like really good to try, but I'm good with letting it go. So we'll see eventually. For right now though, it'll be going on the shelf. Next is the Harney & Sons Venetian Tiramisu. This tea, well, first off, it's a white tea base, so it's a very light tea, which Most of the time, I don't like a super light tea. I definitely like something that's richer and more flavorful. Um, but this is such a unique tea. I don't know how they do it because it does not have coffee in it. It has cacao in it. Where's the ingredients? Yeah, it's got white tea, hojicha, cacao nibs, cocoa flavor, vanilla flavor. Maybe it's the brandy flavor that I'm picking up. Something in this though, you seriously, it tastes like tiramisu, and you almost pick up hints of coffee even though there's not coffee in it. It's such a unique, wonderful tea. So what I do, since I don't like a super light tea, is I actually double this. So if I'm making an 8-ounce cup, instead of just doing 1 teaspoon, I do 2. And that is just about perfect for me. So it ups that flavor. So it definitely, then is a more flavorful tea. But if you're someone who likes light teas, you would probably be fine with doing it, as the directions say. But this is one of those teas that's so unique. I've never had another tea quite like this, that this is definitely going to stay in my collection. It's just so good. Next up we have, this is the Yogi Cava Stress Relief, okay? And I kept the little bag, like the sachet bag, because this is a difficult one to explain. It must be the cava in it. And I don't think I've ever had cava in any other form before. So this is definitely like a warming tea. It has cinnamon in it. It has ginger in it. I think it has, yes, it's got cardamom. It's got sarsaparilla. So it's definitely like a warmer tea. The dilemma with this was it tasted like you took water and put a cinnamon stick in it. And honestly, that might not even necessarily be too bad, but like I said, it must be the cava. And the reason I save this is because it's like, I can't explain it without smelling it. It's like you took a cinnamon stick that's like dirty, because it almost has like that dirt taste, like that earthiness, and that's got to be the cava. The cava must have a very earthy flavor, because when you smell it and when you taste it, it literally tastes like a cinnamon stick that has been like soaking in wet soil. So needless to say, I was not a fan of this. And I only had the 1 tea bag. I didn't even attempt to have any more. I think I can probably get through these. There's 16 in here, so now there's 15. So I could probably get through those 15. I would just have it, as like a daily thing to like reduce stress, I guess. I don't know. But that earthiness. Oh, now I know a lot of people like earthiness, and it's kind of a funny thing though, because I know like pu'ers, a lot of pu'ers are very earthy, and I've had pu'ers that are very, very good, and I've had pu'ers that literally tasted like you were licking a mildewy basement wall. This would definitely, like, it's not like horrible, but it's definitely edging towards that like you're licking a dirt wall type thing. So definitely not my cup of tea. So this will definitely be going on the sit down shelf. And then the very last tea that I have to talk about is from Stash Tea, and this is their Sweet Honeydew Green Tea. And when I bought this, I got it because it was unique, and I thought it'll be okay, but I probably won't really like it. But I was so wrong. This tea is incredible. And I then also thought, because like I originally tried it hot, or originally tried it iced, because I'm thinking like, who wants warm honeydew, And I tried it iced, and it was really, really good. And I thought, well, I want to be able to do a full review, so I want to taste it hot too. And surprisingly hot, I actually liked it even better than iced. This tea is like, this is the type of tea that you would expect to drink if you were like having a spa day. It's so refreshing, and it has that sweetness of a honeydew. I was expecting it to have, you know, when you get too close to the skin of a honeydew and it has kind of that like tart, maybe like a slight hint of bitterness. That's what I thought it was going to taste like. It does not. It is like the sweet, juicy center of a honeydew. It is so incredible. And like I said, it's so refreshing. When you're drinking it, you just feel refreshed. So this is definitely one that I want to stock up. I want like a ton more of these boxes for next summer. This is like one of those teas though. I can see myself drinking this hot in like January or February when there's 2 feet of snow outside and I'm craving spring and summer. This is the kind of tea I would pick up to like transport me to, you know, like a picnic in the summer. So this one is a definite staying on the shelf. It's going to have a permanent home there. So that is it, you guys. That is all the teas that I have been kind of sipping on lately and making decisions over. Let me know in the comments down below if you've tried any of these teas and let me know what you thought of them. Also, let me know if you have any recommendations for me because I love, you know, hearing about new teas and hearing about what you guys like. Like I said earlier, everybody has a different palate, so it's always interesting to hear what teas you guys like because a lot of times it'll be opposite of me, but it's still so interesting and I love that we're all so different. So anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for a little bit and I will see you next time.